last year in 2022 and 2023, our main opposition leader Rahul Gandhi and his Congress party, they did this walk across the country. I mean, from the southern tip all the way up to the northern state of Kashmir. In a sense, it was a way to try and revive the fortunes of the Congress party, which has really been on a decline for a number of years and been overshadowed by the BJP. And so I just felt at some point I wanted to join this yatra. It's called a yatra, which means a journey. I knew I couldn't do it the full length, but I did feel I wanted to join it. So I ended up joining it 4 different times. And I didn't think of writing a book while I was writing. I just thought I'd join it and see what happened. But when I finished, I said, I think this needs to be written as a book, because I felt like here I was, in a sense, an outsider, even though my political sympathies probably lie more with the Congress party than others. But I just felt I didn't belong to the party, and I just wanted to be there to experience what this was like. So that's what prompted this book, and I like to think of it as a personal memoir of this journey. What I felt over the last few years in this country is that there's been this increasing divide, and there's this immense amount of hatred in this country that is being stoked, and I just can't stand that. And I was starting to despair. I was starting to think that maybe, I'm the odd one out. My values of that I once thought of that were important, of democracy and equality and secularism, and even just a word like love. And maybe these are all just values that nobody gives a damn about anymore. And this journey actually turned that around substantially. Again, I have to always say that with a caveat of, I don't know if it's going to last. I don't know if it's more widespread than I saw. I'd like it to be, but it really did give me that sense that there are some people, at least a lot of people, who are tired of these divisions, and they want to reach out across these divides, and they want to find the values that we share. Just look at each other as people. I would like to understand the mindset of guys who don't agree with me, and I hope they would like to understand because maybe some of them are bigots and all, okay. But I mean, there are a lot of guys whom I know who've come to their positions with they think with the same reason and set of values that I think I've come to my set of values with. So how is it that we've ended up on these opposite sides of the fence? So is there some explanation for that? Is there some way that we can at least go back to what we did have in common and see, okay, well, let's hold on to that. And then you explain to me what took you on this path, and let me explain to you what took me on this path, and let's at least listen. I may still not agree with you, and you may still not agree with me, but let's not hate each other. I can't tell you how intensely and desperately I feel that. I feel the need for that. Towards the end of writing the book, I was trying to think to myself, this is what I need to articulate. What are my hopes? What is my vision, or whatever? And at one level, yes, I want. Obviously, I think pretty much everybody on that trip want to get rid of this current government. We want to vote them out. But I also started realizing that for me, the really important part of this was not so much that would be a corollary almost. But what I liked about this yatra, and what I felt it gave me hope for, was going back to a sort of politics that where we listened to each other, where politicians gave a damn about what people said. Those are the kind of things that struck a chord with me, and in the end, that was what mattered to me. That I felt that I had found some little sign of that, and that's what I hope my book will articulate. Let's put it that way.